Moving along to round 2 for the Elite 8 entities for cryptocurrency. The first matchup in the second round, we have the LLC as the 1 seed versus the DAO as the 5 seed. Now, I mentioned earlier that DAOs stand for Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. Now, the unique feature of the DAO is that they're set up like LLCs, and they can be algorithmically managed, which is where you have a smart contract on the blockchain sort of act as your operating agreement and govern the affairs. Now, I know there's a lot of crypto people out there that might think this is a good thing. I'm honestly not a huge fan of that. I think LLCs are better managed by people as opposed to by the algorithm. And another thing with the DAO is that they're only recognized in 4 states, Wyoming being one of them, which is a great place for crypto. However, they're much newer. And, you know, in all honesty, the DAO beat the 508c1a by default, because if you use a 508c1a, you can get into lots of trouble. Now, it's a 1 versus 5 matchup, and, you know, obviously the LLC is the 1 seed. So DAOs are newer, they're only in 4 states, they offer some unique features. But the LLC is something that's been around for almost 50 years now. There's a lot of consistent case law governing LLCs and any sort of disputes, and also what happens when you're personally sued, and that person can get a charging order on your LLC. So, you know, LLC versus DAO, when it comes to using it for crypto, I have to go LLC. You know, I think the LLC is a favorite here. They're 1 versus 5. They beat the 5 seed and move on to the final round. You know, I think just using an LLC is just going to be much better for crypto investors. Maybe it changes in 10 years, maybe the DAO catches up. But right now, LLC moves on to the final round. And if you want to see who wins in the final round, go ahead and subscribe and follow.